Hello friends, it's Simone. It's my birthday week and I bought birthday pens. I have been saving up for quite a while to be able to get this pen, and I set a date where I would order those pens. I placed this order at Venice Pens, and yeah, this is the first one. I'll have another video for the second pen on Saturday, but this is the big pen that I purchased. And if you don't know what brand comes in blue, light blue packaging, it is Scribo. I, of course, have unboxed this before, so this is not a surprise to me. I am really amazed by the simple packaging that still looks so high value. There is a leather pull tab right here. It says Scribo, feel the writing. Then you open up this cardboard box and there is a canvas pen sleeve with leather strap inside. It opens up like this, and then you have 2 pen slots and place for a polishing cloth. I find this is the first pen sleeve that I receive with a pen that I seem okay with using. All the others were quite not really usable. So you already got a glimpse at the pen, but I just wanted to show you what else is inside the box. There is this paper sleeve where it has the address for Scribo, which is an acronym for Scrittura Bolognese. So it's an Italian pen, and then there is this card where it tells you on the front in Italian and hopefully on the back in English how to use, fill, and activate the warranty, and then you have the warranty here on the back as a separate card. But now that we saw all of the packaging, let's look at the pen. I said I ordered mine at Venice, and they do have quite a good selection of Scribo pens, but I think because those are such expensive pens, they don't have a lot, and so my first choice sold out while I was waiting for myself to order. So this is my second choice. However, I have to say I'm really glad I had to purchase the second choice because it is beautiful. This is the Mosto, the Scribo feel in Mosto. That's probably a better way to say it. It is a faceted pen. It has a cinch here at the hip. To me, this pen looks very feminine in its occurrence. Gold hardware. It is a piston filling pen. The cap band is pretty slim. It has Scribo here on the right underneath the clip. Then there is some texture here, and then it says feel the writing, made in Italy. The clip is sturdy. I think it complements the shape of the pen beautifully. Back finial is just regular acrylic, and then the top finial has this feather, which is, I didn't see it. Is it on the logo? No, it isn't. Cap opens in one full turn, and then it uncaps to unveil this big nib. It is an 18 karat medium nib. It is not a flex nib. That's why the inscription is feel the writing. The Scribo also sells modern flex nibs, which I have heard are among some of the better modern flex nibs. And the inscription on those would be flex, the writing. Is that correct? Flex? It's feel and then flex the writing? Doesn't make sense to me right now, but that's okay. So the grip section is also faceted, and I was a bit afraid of that, but I have to tell you that it is noticeable, but it doesn't interfere with the feeling of the pen. It feels really good in my hand right now. I haven't written with it. I haven't inked it up. I just dip tested it. The feed is an ebonite feed, and I'm really excited to see how that will affect the writing. It lays really beautifully in my hand. I was really afraid that this pen would not feel good, but no, that's not the case. I'm going to pull out my super amazing self-made pen tray. I'm going to put this in the middle, and then I'm going to pull out 3 pens that I know many people have in their collections. This is a TWSBI Eco. This is a Lamy All-Star. However, it is the same size as a Lamy Safari. And then as another comparison, we have the Esterbrook SD. So lengthwise, it's a tiny bit longer than the Esterbrook SD and quite a bit bigger than the TWSBI as well as the Lamy Safari. I'm going to pull out my 2 other higher priced pens because I think it's important to see those as well. This is the Sailor Pro Gear King of Pen. And then this is the Pelikan M800 in green demonstrator. Okay, why? Dude. So the Scribo is definitely the biggest pen of those bigger pens. But I am going to uncap them now and then compare, and then we'll compare the high-end nibs. I am not posting the King of Pen, so I am not... Oh, I was going to show you that this pen does not post. So I'm just going to put them here. Caps go here, but I don't post most of my pens, to be completely honest. Sometimes I feel like I could post the M800, but I haven't used that long enough to be really consistent or, yeah, for one way or another. Clearly, the King of Pen body is the shortest. The grip section of the Scribo is the longest. And then this one right here. Okay, so interesting enough, this TWSBI Eco is quite similar, in my opinion, to the Scribo in length. The grip section is for the TWSBI is of course shorter, and if you would compare where the nibs hit the page, then your whole hand is a bit closer to the page with this one. But I'm going to cap all of those now and just quickly compare how these big pens lay in my hand, and then we'll do some measurements as well as share a writing sample. So if I look at the nibs here, then the Sailor King of Pen nib is the biggest of those 3. The King of Pen is a 21 karat nib. The Scribo and the Pelican are both 18 karat nibs, and it's definitely very interesting to see how differently shaped those nibs are. And if we look at the feeds as well, they're also quite different. I am very appreciative of the fact that Scribo with this expensive of a pen includes an ebonite feed. I think that is something that maybe most manufacturers should possibly consider with selling these high-end pens. Well, to me, that's a high-end pen. Maybe that's not true for some of you, and you consider this still to be on the lower end of the spectrum. But for me, a $670 pen is definitely higher end. Okay, so let's just look at how the Pelican lays in my hand. You can see that there is not much of a step up from the grip section to the barrel, so it's really easy to grip it further back if that's necessary. As I said, I'm not sure yet whether I am going to be a poster of the cap or not. It still feels balanced enough. If I leave it, it's laying there without back weighing itself. So this might be an option because I find this to be almost a tiny bit too short. If I am comparing this to the Scribo Feel, you can see that there's a huge step up to the body. But I think the reason why it doesn't seem to affect my writing or my grip at all is because the section is this long and it doesn't interfere or even come close to where my fingers would grip the pen section. And then let's just compare this to how this is super interesting to see for me. I'm holding this down here. The grip section again is really short compared to the Scribo. It's similar to the Pelican grip section. I don't have it's still well balanced in my hand. However, I don't have the ambition or the drive, the urge to post as much as with this pen. Okay, so going to quickly check for measurements, let you know, and then we'll test drive it. And I actually need to write them down as well. So this pen is 14.8 centimeters long, capped, see, 14.8 centimeters, uncapped, not posted. Well, it doesn't post, so we can't take that measurement. It is 13. This is hard to measure. I would say this is 13.4. Then the weight, where is my scale? Right here. Capped 39 grams and uncapped. What I really like about the facets is that this pen does not roll. Alrighty, put the scale away, and then last tool that I need is this. I was really surprised by the depth of this resin. I did not expect this to be as pretty from the photos. So let's see if there's a difference. 10.91 on the bottom and 11.72 further back. I usually just measure right here and use this as a where I grip my thing, but where I grip the pen, not my thing. So like down here, that's where I measure, and that's the only measurement I take, but we can definitely see that it is a slight taper, so it's not completely straight by the measurements. So let me measure one more time so I can write it down. 11.06 millimeters. Alrighty, millimeters. So let me grab the book. I am definitely following Karina with her way of documenting, as I am going to just chronologically write everything down in my ink journal. I am using a Cosmo Air Light journal from Odyssey notebooks, and the first pen dip I always use Waterman Serenity Blue ink. And so I am just going to dip this and then I need a rag. Okay, let's try. I just tried different ways of writing. You saw me reverse writing. Let's do the regular usual test. It definitely feels quite wet. It feels very smooth. Let's see what happens if I apply some pressure. It feels a little softer to me than the Pelikan M800. I can try and put the same lines underneath so that we can compare. What else do we do? Maybe we'll write the quick. Over the lazy dog. I definitely am not a good quick writer because I don't know the words. We just saw reverse writing is definitely a dry thing. I don't think this is actually doable for a long period of time. It doesn't even put down the same amount or even like the same color of the ink. So this is the Scribo feel in medium, and then I'm just going to show you the other 18 karat nib that I have. This one is a medium nib. This one is the one that I have here is a fine nib. It is currently inked with a diamine Inkvent ink. No, I think I was just imagining things. I think they're similarly soft. The writing experience feels very similar. They are how do I say this? They are soft, they're wet and smooth, but they're not super, super soft. Let's see if this writes, because I can show you what I mean by super soft. This is a broad. Can you see how much more this reacts to just a little bit of pressure? Yeah, so these two are firmer than the 21 karat gold nib. They are definitely smooth and wet. That's all I want from my pens at the moment. And so I am really happy. I can't wait to actually ink it up. I can't wait to experience this more. This year, as I said in my goals, I really want to go very slow. I just got a new puppy that takes up a lot of time, and I don't have a lot of time to explore my pens. And so I haven't inked this yet. I have just tested it here, and it looks great, it feels great, but in order to actually get to know this, I will definitely take quite a few months, if not a year-ish, to actually get to know it. And I'm totally okay with this. This is my goal. I want to slow down. I want to revel in the pens instead of trying to go for the next best thing all the time. So I am definitely, this is my spring exploration thing. This pen, this one is a Christmas pen that I have inked once. So again, I'm definitely going to slow down this year with the buying. I'm trying to set myself up to be able to purchase more expensive pens like this one. And so my purchasing will slow down for sure. It's my birthday month, so I'm going to have 2 pens, another one to show you. But then I hope to be able to only show you another big pen purchase sometime in May. Let's see if I can hold myself accountable to this. I wanted to show you the last thing that I feel really is important. This is a piston filling pen, and you just saw me how smoothly the knob turned, how easy the mechanism went up and down. Well, it up and then down to expel the ink. I am really happy with this, and I can't wait to actually ink it up, test it out, write with it. And I've been working on pens for my pen case, so I will definitely talk about this in currently inked videos, but there will definitely be a pens for my pen case video. If this pen stays in my collection in a year or 2, I will talk about this more, how my experience was. So Pilot Custom 74 is the first one that I'm working on. That will be out sometime in February or beginning of March. But the plan is to go through all of the pens that are the higher gold nibbed pens that are in my pen case. That's not even true. Many pens that are in my pen case that I am using as my stay in my pen case pens. It's not even relevant to this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was informative. I'm really excited to get to know this pen more. So far, I can't really take my eyes off of it. And I can't wait to have this in a currently inked soon. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of your comments in the comment section. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I will see you next time with my second birthday pen, and then we'll go into the back to the regular programming. See you soon. Bye.